Hello everyone, welcome all to Physics with Aeronautics. So, in this session, we will discuss about some previous year physics question, of CPET examination 2021. So, let's begin. Here is our first question, that is, a heated body emits radiation which has maximum intensity near the frequency of F naught. The emissivity of the material is 0.5. If the absolute temperature of the body is doubled, then what will happen? So here are our options, and that are: the maximum intensity of the radiation will be near the frequency of 2F naught. The maximum intensity of radiation will be the frequency of F naught by 2. The total energy emitted will increase by a factor of 12. The total energy emitted will increase by a factor of 8. What will be the answer? Let's see. Here is our solution. So, as we all know that from Wien's displacement law, lambda max T is equal to constant. And again we know lambda is equal to C by F. So by equating this equation, we can write C by F1 whole T1 is equal to C by F2 whole T2. And here we were given that F1 equal to F0, T1 equal to T, and T2 equal to 2T. So by putting all this value in the above equation, we will get that F2 equal to 2F0. So our answer will be, the frequency is 2F0. So next, jump to the next slide. So here is our second question. An ideal refrigerator has a freezer at temperature at minus 12 degrees Celsius. The coefficient of performance of the engine is 5. The temperature of the air to which the heat ejected is. And the options are 50 degrees Celsius, 45.2 degrees Celsius, 40.20 degrees Celsius, and 37.50 degrees Celsius. So let's jump to the solution, and here is our solution. But one thing remember, don't forget to convert the Celsius to Kelvin. The coefficient of performance K is equal to Q2 by W, and we all know that work done is equal to Q1 minus Q2. Here Q1 is the heat of the hot body and Q2 is the heat of the cold body. So we can write that K is equal to Q2 by Q1 minus Q2. Also we can write that K equal to T2 by T1 minus T2. As we were given in the question, what is the value of T1, T2 or K, whatever, then put this value in this equation, and by solving it we will get that T1 is equal to 40.20 degree Celsius. Then our next question is, let Cp and Cv denote the molar specific heat capacities of an ideal gas at constant pressure and volume respectively. Which of the following is universal gas constant? And the options are Cp by Cv, Cp into Cv, Cp minus Cv, and Cp plus Cv. Usually what happened कि students are thinking कि Cp by Cv is equal to gamma. Maybe this is the constant. But don't forget that Cp by Cv is equal to gamma differ. For monoatomic this the value of gamma is different, and for diatomic it is different. For triatomic this is different. So what will be its answer? Let's see. We know that Cp is the specific heat capacity at constant pressure and Cv is the specific heat capacity at constant volume. And again we know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R, which is the universal gas constant and also known as the Mayer's formula. Let's see what is our next question. So here is it, and the question is, a hot liquid is kept in a big room. The logarithm of the numerical value of the temperature difference between the liquid and the room is plotted against time. The plot will be nearly what? A straight line, a circular arc, a parabola, or an ellipse. What will be? Let's see what will be the form. As we know from Newton's law of cooling that the rate of change of temperature with respect to time is equal to minus k T minus Ts. So we all know integration. By integrating it, we will get that minus kt is equal to ln T minus Ts. As it has been asking in the question that plot the graph between ln T minus Ts and time. So by plotting the graph, what we'll get? We'll get a straight line, because we all know that the above equation shows the equation of a straight line. So let's jump to the next question. And this is, an ideal heat engine operate between two temperature 600 Kelvin and 900 Kelvin. And here it has been asking that what is the engine's efficiency, and the options are 50, 80%, 100%, or 33%. Let's see what is the solution and what will be our answer. So here is the solution. As we know the formula of efficiency, that is eta equal to T1 minus T2 whole divided by T1. So by putting the value of T1 and T2, we will get that eta equal to 33%. So our answer is 33%. Next, jump to the next question. And here it is. An ideal gas heat engine operates between 227 degrees Celsius and 127 degrees Celsius. It absorbs 8 into 10 to the power 4 calorie of heat at a high temperature. The amount of heat converted into work is what? What will be the work done? And here the options are 6.4 into 10 to the power 4 calorie, 6 into 10 to the power 4 calorie, 2.4 into 10 to the power 4 calorie, or 1.6 into 10 to the power 4 calorie. Let's see what will be its answer. So let's jump to the solution page, and here it is, that efficiency is equal to work done by heat input. Again we know that eta equal to 1 minus T2 by T1, and as I have already told you before that, don't forget to convert the Celsius into Kelvin, because we were given T1 and T2 in the form of Celsius or degree Celsius, that first we have to convert it into Kelvin and then we have to calculate the efficiency. And after getting the efficiency, as we know eta equal to work done by heat input, by putting the values in this equation, we will get that W or work done is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power 4 calorie. Then our next question is, the volume of the cell in 6-dimensional phase space is what? And the options are h cube, s to the power 6, s to the power minus 3, s to the power minus 6. And the answer will be, as we know that for f degree of freedom, the phase space is 2f. as position coordinate q and momentum coordinate p. The volume of the elementary cell is integration dx, dy, dz, dpx, dpy, dpz, and here x, y, z are the position coordinate where px, py and pz are the momentum coordinate. So from here we were getting it that d tau is equal to h to the power f, and because here it is 6-dimensional phase space, so we know that the degree of freedom will be 3. So our answer will be h cube. So next jump to our next question, and here it is. The mean internal energy of a one-dimensional classical harmonic oscillator in equilibrium with heat bath of temperature T is what? And the options are half kBt, kBt, 3 by 2 kBt and 3 kBt. So let's see the solution. As we know that according to equipartition of energy, the average contribution of each quadratic term is half kBt for a system in thermal equilibrium at temperature T. Again, we know that the total energy of one-dimensional classical harmonic oscillator is E equal to px square by 2m plus half kx square. And here we are saying that there are two quadratic terms, and which are px and x. So the mean internal energy will be half kBt plus half kBt is equal to kT. So our answer will be kBt or kT. Here is our next question, that is, if A vector is a solenoidal vector, then del cross del cross del cross del cross A vector is equal to what? And here our options are del to the power 4 A vector, del cube A vector, del into del cross A vector and del dot A vector. And the solution is, as you can see, del cross A is equal to del into del dot A minus del square A. And again we know that for A is a solenoidal vector, del dot A is equal to 0. So by solving it, by proceeding this equation, we will get that the answer will be del to the power 4 A vector. So next jump to our next question. Here it is, and the question is gamma n plus 1 is equal to what? And the options are gamma n minus 1, n gamma n minus 1, n gamma n plus 1 or n gamma n. This is, I think this is the simplest question, because only formula. You just have to remind the formula and you can click it very easily. So as we all know that the formula of gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. So these are 10 questions of last year 2021 physics CPET question. And so for more videos, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope you all guys enjoy this. Thank you so much. Thank you.